Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, on the sidelines as well. And a moment now to look at how the Rookie of the Year race is shaping up as we close out the year. Still lots of games left. Here are the rookies off and running in the early going. He's got some work to do in order to get into that conversation, I think, but there are plenty of games left for him to make his mark.
And here we are midway through the season, and this group of rookies continues to impress on a nightly basis.
And some guys are definitely separating themselves from the pack, but with rookies, things can turn in a hurry.
And now Washington's starting group. Davis is out there with Alexander Song. Then it's Young. Then it's Koulibaly. And it's Johnson in at the 2 spot. And for Memphis, guard spots filled by Morant and Jerome. Zach Edey out there with Clark. When your team is looking at a back-to-back, how do you approach the first game of the 2, Tim?
Well, I think you may go to your bench a little bit more early. Lengthen your rotation, especially if the game isn't all that close. You're not going to see any starters play heavy minutes in that situation.
Are you thinking as a coach we have a better chance against this team than that team? Does it ever enter that kind of conversation?
It definitely does, but it could also be a dangerous approach if you think there's a particular matchup that doesn't favor you in some way.
And here are the Grizzlies now. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
I was able to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies. The developing game of Trae Young is something that Coach discussed with his players. Coach said he's been one of the league's assist leaders. Don't get so consumed trying to stop him that you give him the easy passes inside. They know the danger that Young possesses. We'll see if they can contain him here. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks. What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Now here's Morant. Pass to Edey. Clark trying to get open. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, I love that. He comes off the pick and takes it right to the hole.
Memphis shooting their first foul shot of the night. Free throw good. Edey. And this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented. Different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
Clark, a screen on Young. Jerome in the corner. His three-pointer's off the mark. Wizards have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And the 3 ball is good.
Well, it's early, but I love their offensive game plan to this point.
Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Morant against Young. Here's Edey. The Grizzlies with another miss. For Washington, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Pass to Koulibaly. Back to Young. Koulibaly with the screen for Young. No good from outside.
Well, they missed one after 4 straight makes. Still a good start to the game.
And that one, good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Bounce pass, Davis. Sarr finds Koulibaly. Inside, here's Davis, and Davis throws it down.
Well, that's AD at his best, playing big and finishing at the rim.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Ja Morant.
Unbelievable play for him over the last month. Putting up about 25 points per game, 8 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively, and he has provided points pretty much every time they've needed him.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Washington has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Tries from 16. Not this time. His first miss in 3 attempts from the field. Morant outside. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's the 3. Drills the three-pointer. 5 points in the game.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
Washington trailing. Now Young. He's one of the better scorers in the league, averaging almost 25 points a game. Davis gets a wide-open look. Good on the triple. Davis has got 7.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
And the responses often come from the three-point line. That's just today's game.
Now here's Morant. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Jerome against Johnson. The Wizards working the ball around now. Young inside. Pass to Song. For 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Coming off that win against Minnesota.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
There is nothing better than a big win on the road for team chemistry. It is something you can build on.
And here's Young following Ja Morant's 3. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Let's see the stat sheet here for Alexander Song.
The most positive thing about his last 10 games, the work on defense. His mindset has become very aggressive. The steals are up, and he's becoming a big factor on the defensive end.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
And just couldn't make the most of their meetings last year. Ended up splitting the season series. How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. These players have excelled at setting up their teammates this month. The 2K leaderboard shows us the recent assist leaders. Trae Young on top.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
Memphis trailing here. And here's Morant. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Clark finds Morant. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Jerome's got his second bucket of the night.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Washington's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. The 3 from Davis. He doesn't hit that one. Memphis has gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Shoots from the baseline. That shot is no good. And he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Young with no one around. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And he is one of the most prolific jump shooters in this league, in large part to that quick release that Trae Young gives you.
It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
We see this in the NBA all the time. It is very difficult to keep a lead in this league.
Now here's Morant. Takes a three. Clock is at 3. Morant with another miss.
Well, he wanted to answer that three with one of his own. Unfortunately, he couldn't knock it down.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. And he banks in the layup. He has 7.
High-level passer. Even for a point guard, Morant shows the imagination.
And the Wizards with possession. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Well, and the bottom line is they just had too many unfavorable matchups. They could never find a lineup that worked.
So it's the Grizzlies now, following the bucket by the Wizards. Pass to Edey. Over Sarr. Edey can't hit.
Well, he's certainly more than capable of hitting that shot, but somehow, even with no defense, he came away empty.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. And that sends Alex Sarr to the free throw line. That one's on Morant. Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Keyshawn George, he's checked in for Davis. Riley comes in for Coulibaly. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Johnson. Free throw good, Sarr. And this Wizards team, Greg, giving its young players every opportunity to develop.
Yeah, these young guys were the NBA equivalent of drinking from a fire hose. But after years of just treading water and mediocrity, I think the fans appreciate the clear sense of direction from this group.
Here is Riley. Back to Russell.
That's all you.
George looking over the floor. 5 to shoot. Here's Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
How about Sarr? Just ridiculous athleticism for a 7-footer.
And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. 8-point game. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. John Morant looking to lead the way. He said, I set the tone. My teammates feed off of it, and I love to compete. That's how we all grew up, playing on the blacktop outside, competing at a high level when there was no cameras around. Back to you.
He's got that alpha mentality. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Here's Sarr. Following the basket by John Morant. Sarr, the pass to Young. It's Clark with the rebound.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Pass to Riley. Wizards passing it around. Russell, no luck. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Morant outside. They set the screen. Launches a 3. Rebound, Washington.
Well, I think at this point the whole team is pressing, but he certainly looks frustrated.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
Washington making some changes. Vukcevic is checked in, and Carlton Carrington subbed in for Young. The Grizzlies shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. And finished off by Morant.
Watching Morant drive is like watching lightning move across the sky. If you blink, you might miss it.
Washington leading now by 4. Here's Russell. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
1:56 left in the first. Morant kicks to Jackson. 3-pointer. That one misses. Washington's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Pass to Vukcevic. Down low. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. .124 left to play in the first. Here's Morant. And it's Russell with the rebound.
Wow, you got to commend the defensive effort right there. It really made a difference.
The Grizzlies trail by 8. Here's Jackson. That one goes. Count it.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
And they are showing you why it's so important to get off the floor before the defense can set themselves.
Now, here is Russell. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Jackson drives in, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Russell following the score by Memphis. Aldama with the rebound. 24 seconds left here in the first quarter. Jackson in the corner. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 5 assists in the game. Outside, George. Lets it go from deep. Up again, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Alexander Sard getting it done for the Washington Wizards. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we'll be right back after this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
Well, don't forget about their scoring in the open floor. They've been getting a lot of production on their break.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. You've got Russell. George is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Carlton Carrington. And it's Riley in at the small forward position.
That's the essence of Davis's game, battling through contact and playing big inside.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. Pippen the pass to Wells, and that one drops for him. Wells has got his first 2 points of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Outside, Davis launches it. No good, shot missing. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Grizzlies. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. You see a lot of pick and rolls, but you also, Greg, hear about inverted screens. Can you explain to the viewers what that means?
Yeah, that's where your guard actually is the one setting the pick for the bigger player, and having little guys who are willing to put their body on the line. You think of a Steph Curry, a John Stockton, 2 of the best to ever do it.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. So, Tim, the District of Columbia and the Wizards reaching a deal to keep them in D.C. through 2050.
Along with a project to expand the arena complex, create an entertainment district, and implement safety and transportation upgrades. Really exciting stuff. And that's why you don't want to foul a guy like him. He is going to make those free throws.
Davis doing his thing inside.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Here's Pippen. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Pass to Aldama. To the paint. It's tipped. Stolen by George. Davis surveying the floor. Now Russell. Nice ball movement by Washington. Shoots from 8. Rebounded by Jackson. Memphis trailing here. Offside Pippen. Pass to Wells. And the dunk by Wells. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
The Wizards have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. It's Davis on the wing. Defended by Aldama. Takes it from 10. Davis can't get that one to fall. The Grizzlies shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Pippen. And he's knocked off course by the D. The foul called. He'll shoot free throws. Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. 5th best, the Grizzlies.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
And the first one drops. Grizzlies making a switch here. And both free throws good for Pippen.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And it's Russell in the corner. And another miss by Washington. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
And they're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And Brian Keith wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Jackson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Riley kicks to Russell. Pass to Carrington. Back to Russell. The tray. And another miss by Washington. And here are the Grizzlies now. They're on a 10-2 run here. John down the lane. And then Morant slams it in.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
And one thing about this league we know, momentum can change in an instant.
Washington with the ball. The Grizzlies making the shot. Here's George. Another shot. Good on that shot. And with that, the Memphis lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Davis.
Man, if you don't put a body on Davis, he will destroy you. Second chance points a factor.
Morant kicks to Clark. Clark, a screen on Riley. Back to Clark. And stolen by Russell. And here we go. The Wizards fast break. Carrington, that's good. And now just a 3-point Grizzly lead.
Getting everyone involved. Russell operating the offense like a seasoned vet.
Here's Morant. 9 points in the game so far. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Carrington. And it's Russell at the elbow. And they double up Russell. Back to Carrington. George sets a screen. Carrington with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Young's checked in for Riley. Morant against Young. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Wizards trail by 5. Carrington in the corner. Paxton coming off the assist from Young. Carrington's got 5 points now in the quarter. And here's Moran. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Tim, it feels like the bigger the stakes, the better we're going to see Trae Young play.
Well, Kevin, he's had his moments in the playoffs, and he embraces the spotlight, home or away. He won't shy from being the villain. That's the kind of chip he plays with. Yeah, they're winning despite his offensive performance. He just hasn't been sharp from the field.
Morant against Young. Just 4 to shoot. From deep. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson dishes to Morant. Back to Jackson. Good, nice job down low. Jackson's got 9 points.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
And it's Carrington missing. Memphis leading by 4. Morant scanning the floor over Young. Rebound, Washington. Davis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Young outside. High post, Davis. Aldama's there. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Zach Edey comes in for Santi Aldama. And it's Ty Jerome in for Jackson. The Wizards also changing it up. Alexander Saw, he's checked in for Keyshawn George. Koulibaly comes in for Carlton Carrington. And it's Johnson in for Russell. Now here's Davis. He's got 15. 6 on the shot clock. That miss makes him 7 for 12 from the field this game. From 15 feet away, Clark controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Now here is Davis. Right now he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
A point-blank range. That is too easy.
Wizards trail by 8. Johnson outside. Here's Sarr. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. And it's 13 points for Alex Sarr.
This is where Sarr wants to be, right under the hoop, within easy reach of the basket.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isola. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Wizards making a switch here. George is checked in. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Jerome with it. He's got 5. Here's Clark. Shakes him. And he sinks the layup. Clark's got 6 in the quarter.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Johnson kicks to Young. Pass to Koulibaly. Young inside. Guarded by Morant. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play, brought to you by AT&T. Now here's Morant. He's got 11. Now Edey. Morant left side. The three. Jerome. No good. Wizards trail by 8. To the inside. Here's George. Can't cash in from close range.
Well, give the defender credit. Sometimes it's enough to force the miss.
Jerome. No good. Washington's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly. Good on the three-point shot.
You know, such a selfless player. I love how Young stays consistent in how he involves his teammates.
And Jerome has got the ball here for the Grizzlies. Morant outside. Morant with the screen on Johnson. And Edey has it in the corner. And stolen by Coulibaly. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, the Grizzlies back among the top teams in the West after a down season in 2023-24. Ja Morant said, quote, "The confidence never left. As far as chemistry, we've been around each other for a while and we know each other well. This is my team. I'm confident in my team every step of the way." Back to you guys.
They play with swagger. Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. Memphis leading by 3. Now Morant. 11 points in the game. To the middle. Ball's knocked loose. Edey. So you can talk about the physical challenges, Tim, of today's game. One thing the players have a little easier, certainly, is the way they travel from game to game.
Well, there is no question about that. I didn't even get on a charter till the middle of my NBA career.
Oh, my goodness.
In the mid-90s. We were still flying commercial till that point, but there's no doubt travel is better for players. I think also some of the things they've added for guys like massage therapists and acupuncturists and even personal chefs, all of that makes it a little bit easier for today's NBA player.
Now, if we could do it for the broadcasters, that would really be a win.
Sign me up, Kevin. I'll be right there reclining fully right next to you.
And the second free throw, good. Wizards trail by 4. Young looking around. Pass to Johnson. Shoots over Jerome. And Washington again with the bucket.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
Morant, the bounce pass. Memphis moving it around. Left block shot on the way. No good from Clark. The Wizards shooting it up around 45% from the field in the second quarter. Johnson for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got assist number 8 now on the night. And here's Morant. 11 points in the game. Morant pulleys his way inside.
And what a show Morant is putting on. Every time he touches the ball, you feel like he's going to score.
Washington shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Pass to George. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Memphis. Edey's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Clark sets a screen for Jerome. Down low. George with the steal. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. And Washington again with the bucket. You talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Clark slams it in.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Washington trailing. Here's Young. He's got 8. In the corner, it's Sarr. Over Edey. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's the Grizzlies. They lead by 1. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show? Yes, it is. And kicking it off, let's quickly look at the Western Conference standings.
Taking a look here at the Grizzlies, guess they're playing decent, remaining somewhat competitive. Just feel like this team is stuck right now, unable to get to the next level, searching for the answers.
Turning our attention to that first half for the Grizzlies. They find themselves in a close one.
Depth has been the key for them so far. They've gotten a nice spark from their second unit, especially at the offensive end.
And they've needed every bit of that bench production. It's been the difference. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Davis has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
Washington with the ball. Guard spots filled by Morant and Jerome. Edey out there with Clark. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Davis against Clark. 6 to shoot. This one for 3. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got his 6th rebound on the night. And there are a few players who can dominate on both ends, but Anthony Davis is certainly among them.
Yeah, he's one of the most dynamic defenders in the game, Kevin, and offensively, he can hurt you in a multitude of ways, whether it's off the dribble, posting, or facing up.
Now, here is Young. A floater. That's tipped. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Here's Edey, and the dunk by Edey.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better.
Here's Young, following the score by Memphis. Outside, Davis. Pocket 6. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
And what a night. They just keep going to Davis.
Pass to Edey. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Now Jerome. Drills it from outside. Jerome's got 8 points.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Now, here is Young. He's got 8. Inside. It's Sarr, top of the key. Miss number 4 for him from the floor. 7 for 11 field goal attempts. Up top, Edey releases, and the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
That brings them to 3 for 4, and the game plan seems to be working here early.
Pass to Coulibaly. Back to Young. Shoots the 3. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got 7 rebounds in the game.
This is definitely not how they envisioned starting the second half.
Jerome with it, covered by Johnson. And he gets the bucket.
Whatever they said at halftime, it is working. They look super confident out there.
Young with the ball. And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Washington. This hasn't been the kind of year they envisioned. Time running out. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Morant with the steal. Pass to Jerome. Morant with the screen on Johnson. Jerome passes to Morant. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Young for 3. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Young's got 11 points.
Well, this is one of the most fearless perimeter shooters in this league. Trae Young has the ultimate green light.
Jerome deciding where to go with it. Here's Clark, and it's Clark slamming it down.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Here's Young. He's got 11. Outside, Davis. Back to Young. Right wing, 6 on the shot clock. Sarr's shot is off. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Pass to Jerome. Now Edey. Covered by Sarr. Back to Jerome. Shoots. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got his 5th rebound in this one. Young, right side. Pass to Coulibaly. And the 3 off target. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Out left to the wing. Fires the 3. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Wizards trail by 10. Young passes to Sarr. There's the triple. Bangs home the trifecta. 18 points for him.
And would you say the offense is coming around for Sarr? He is doing it all tonight.
Now here's Morant. He's got 13. Edey with a screen for Morant. Pass to Edey, and stolen by Sarr. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Grizzlies.
I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
Yeah, they have been dialed in from deep. The three-pointer has been there all night for them.
And over 3 years in high school, Anthony Davis shot up from being 6'2 to 6'10. But, Greg, he brought those guard skills with him.
And, Kevin, that transformation as a pro also significant. Adding over 30 pounds to his frame, And with his wingspan over 7'5", he is a physical presence.
Yeah, for a smaller guard, Young is very skilled at taking the hit and converting regardless.
Now Jerome, he's got 10. Morant outside. Jerome with the screen for Morant. In the center of things, Morant.
Morant using that quickness to his advantage. That time he gets that one to fall.
So it's Washington now. Johnson outside. Here's Koulibaly. The kick out to Young. That's out of bounds. It was last touched by Koulibaly.
And a quick review looking at some numbers here for Trae Young. And he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And going back to him being second in assists, it's his ability to control the pace of the game, his peripheral vision. That makes him such a great floor leader. G.G. Jackson, he's checked in for John Morant. Jerome with it. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Wizards trail by 6. And here's Young from the arc. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
Timeout.
Davis has got 4 assists now tonight. And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Keyshawn George, he's checked in for the Wizards. Let's have a look at the league's top scorers for the past month. To say these guys have been hot is an understatement. In the third spot, Trae Young.
What a performance offensively. Something has really clicked with his game over this stretch.
Memphis leading by 3. Now Jerome. 10 points for him. Edey with a screen on Russell. Outside Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over George. Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got 11 points.
Well, that's a shot that some defenses can give up, but not to that guy.
Outside Davis. Back to Young. It's sent back by Edey. Grizzlies have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Jerome with it. He's picked up by Russell. Outside, Davis. Puts up a 3. Russell, no luck. Memphis has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Tim is one of the most accurate three-point shooters this league has ever seen. Give us your top shooters in the game today.
Yeah, it's funny because you always say, well, obviously Steph, so it's almost like any conversation puts him in a different category. I obviously agree with that. I look at a guy like Damian Lillard with that unlimited range and his ability to pull up from anywhere. Even a guy like Trae Young, I would put into that category because of the range, Kevin. It just extends defenses so far.
What a list. Santi Aldama's checked in for Edey. Riley is checked in for the Wizards. Carlton Carrington comes in for Sarr. And Jerome drops them both. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. They trail by 7. Young from outside frames the three-pointer. Young's got 19 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And for Memphis, their shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. Jackson has the open look, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And that one misses.
And that's something that makes Young unique. his ability to really pile up the numbers offensively in both scoring and assist totals.
Now, here is Russell. Pass to Carrington. Young outside, takes the three, and again, Washington with the triple.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
And here's Jackson. Clark sets a screen for Jackson. To the inside. Here is Riley. Nothing on the board. Young for three. That miss puts him at 53% shooting tonight. 8 for 15. Pass to Jerome. Now Jackson. To the paint. He's looking for Aldama and finds him. And that one is good.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Here is Riley. Young from outside. Rebounded by Jackson.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open three.
Rebound by the Wizards. A minute 42 left in the third. George. Cam Whitmore. He's checked in for Trae Young. .135 left in the third. Carrington with the ball. He's got 5. He nails it, and we're tied up. Carrington's got 8 points.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
To the middle. George with the steal. Carrington in the corner. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Memphis has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. It's good. Morant's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And so it's Washington with it. Inside. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. 40 seconds left to play in the third. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Pass to Wells. 6 to shoot. Lays it up off the glass. Wells has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Yeah, becoming better at setting up his teammates, and KCP delivers that pass on target.
Washington trailing. Now Whitmore hasn't made one yet. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. George with the screen on Jackson. Washington needs to get a shot off here. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Grizzlies lead by 2. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. Here's Morant. So on the floor for Washington, they've got Carlton Carrington. Riley is out there with Keyshawn George. Then it's Russell, and it's Davis in at the center. Now here's Morant. Shot clock at 6. Aldama passes to Jackson. Here's Wells. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Wells has got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for Memphis. Here's Carrington. Pass to George. Now Davis. Ja Morant grabs the rebound.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
Wizards trail by 5. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Back to Davis. The 15-footer. Good. 19 points for Anthony Davis.
Well, it's a great sign when the jumper is falling for Davis.
And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Morant outside. Bucket is good. Morant's got 19 points. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Wizards. Pass to Riley. Here's Carrington. Davis, that's for 2. Davis can't get that one to fall.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Morant. Lays it up and banks it in. And it's a 7-point Grizzly lead.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And here's Russell. Pass to George. Now here is Davis. To the inside. Here's Riley. It's tipped. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. And the dunk by Jackson.
And Caldwell Pope has improved as a passer. Nice to see that development in his game.
Wizards trail by 9. Russell passes to George. Russell sets a screen for George. The 3. And again, Washington no good.
And really credit their advantage on the backcourt. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Aldama with the ball. He's guarded by Davis. Aldama passes to Jackson. Washington with the rebound. Davis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to Riley. And that's a foul called on Santi Aldama. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Grizzlies making a switch here. Edey's checked in. Then for the Wizards, Cam Whitmore. He's checked in for Riley. And Trae Young subbed in for Carlton Carrington. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Hey guys, while Brian Keefe was just reviewing the plan with his team, Coach was seething about the turnovers. He said, I love everything we're doing but the turnovers. They're killing us. Let's clean up that before it sinks us.
All right, Allie, thank you. Now, here is Russell. Clock at 6. The shot by George, wide open. And again, Washington, no good.
And it just feels like his poor shooting has been contagious to his entire team as they find themselves trailing.
Morant against Young. And it's Morant missing. Wizards trail by 9. Davis, the pass to Russell. Young outside. Pass to Whitmore. Over Caldwell Pope. The Wizards with another miss.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Jackson dishes to Morant. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Washington's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Young for three. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Morant outside. Pass to Jackson. Down low. And Aldama has it in the corner. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Young passes to George. Nice ball movement by Washington. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
This is where Davis causes so many problems. His combination of length and size forces defense to compromise themselves inside.
First one falls for him. You know, Tim, some people love the star power of dynasties, but do you think the league's push for parity is helping the game overall?
Overall, I do believe competitive balance is good for the league. I think there are more fan bases that stay more engaged longer into the year, and that's just good for everybody.
I totally agree.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Now here's Jackson. Back to Caldwell Pope. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists tonight. Wizards trail by 15. Davis with a screen on Morant. Morant against Young. Pass to Song. It's rebounded by Memphis. Edey's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Caldwell Pope finds Edey. It's stolen by Davis. That free throw good from Young.
And something you like about Young is how he forces an opponent's hand. He makes you adapt and not the other way around.
Johnson, he's checked in for D'Angelo Russell. Now, here's Johnson. Sarr with a screen on Jerome. Here's Johnson. Here's Sarr. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Sarr's got 20 points.
Well, he's not the reason they're down right now. He has played smart, efficient basketball.
Morant, the bounce pass. Six to shoot. Jerome, no good.
And all the credit goes to the defender. Very hard to contest threes without fouling.
The wide open look here for Coulibaly. Off the mark, and a chance to trim it to single digits. Out to Morant. Jacks up a three. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Jerome with the steal. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Davis. Young from outside. Grizzlies with the rebound. Here's Jerome. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Pass to Coulibaly. Back to Young. There's the three. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Moran finds Edey. Now Jerome. Now here's Clark. Defended by Young. Here's Jerome. That shot off. Great D that time from Johnson. For the three. Craps in the tray.
Not a standout part of Sarr's game, but good work recognizing that opening in the defense and making the right read.
And the Grizzlies leading by 11. Morant left side. Over Young. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball. This is why you involve the big man Sarr in pick and rolls. He understands how to take advantage.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. It's Edey, high post. Over Sarr. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And he gets it to go.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Timeout called by Coach Isolo. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Memphis leading by 7. Clark a screen on Coulibaly. 16 feet away. Davis pulls it down. From the Wizards, they're shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Here's Young. From 11, and good that time.
There it is. That is ice cold by Trae Young. Huge bucket.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for Memphis. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Now here's Morant. And Young comes over to help. Throws it down. What an assist!
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. And the Wizards with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. Outside Coulibaly. Here's Young. Driving inside. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
That's a great decision by Young. He saw the gap and he went straight to the rim. The defense had no choice but to foul him.
So the first one drops, and that trims the lead to 6. And so Young nails them both.
And good aggressive basketball in that trip. Drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Jerome against Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Johnson. And they're running. Davis. Oh, the slam dunk.
Well, Davis is so reliable as a scoring option in that situation.
And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Now here's Morant. A 17-footer. And that one is good.
A huge shot from Morant. Wow. You see why they put the ball in his hands in those situations.
Now, here is Young. Outside Coulibaly. Puts up the 3. Edey rips down the rebound.
Well, let's make no mistake about it. If you want to cut into this lead, you're going to have to generate much better shots than that.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. It's stolen by Davis.
Opportunistic defense on that possession, guys.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Morant with the steal. And here are the Grizzlies. It's a 5-point game, and he commits the intentional foul. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
No time to waste on this possession.
They're going to have to act quickly right here.
Sarr got it.
And this kid has star written all over him. Sarr putting the league on notice.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Big free throws there, extending this to a 2-possession lead.
Washington calls timeout. They're behind by 5. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
You have to be smart here. If they're successful, the foul has got to happen quickly.
The 3 is off.
And I don't think that's the shot they wanted him to take right now. He's not exactly on fire.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
And if you get a chance to build your lead at the free throw line, you've got to take it.
Edey rips down the rebound. So it's Memphis picking up the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
Brandon, congratulations. You guys may have faltered a bit coming out of the gates, but you finished strong.
Yeah, man, I mean, that's just us, really. We're just always trying to feed off the energy. So it did kind of take a while there at the start, but once we picked it up, it was all fine.
The energy was there when it mattered the most. Strong finish. Thanks, Brandon.
And as always, Allie, thank you so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. And now our player of the game, Ja Morant.